You see, Parasha Vayetzei. Parasha Vayetzei is building a family of Israel. Yaakov and his wife and 12 children. That is the description of the Hal Israel. Israel is the father, mother, and children. Now we learn a lot of foundation, how family should be, how relationship should be from this parasha, the relationship of Yaakov with his wife and the children. Now the apostle says, Vayetzei Rachel ki yalda. Rachel saw that she doesn't give birth. Very common problem. Everybody nowadays has some type of problems. And Torah is not Torah of fantasy. Torah is not talking about people who are in a good shape, everything very fantasy, glorious, red carpet, platter, silver platter. No. Rachel didn't have children. She didn't give birth, and her sister is giving birth all the time, and children, Brit Milah, all of the parties and everything's going on, and she doesn't have that. This beloved Rachel that Yaakov loved the most, Rachel that she worked for, and Leah was the one who was crying, and what's going to be my destiny? I'm going for Esau. And this beloved Rachel, see, everybody has his own time and everybody has his own test. And that's a very important, pretty important truth to realize in life. If you focus on one's blessing and you don't see the challenges and struggles, oh, he has a good time. But then in life, they don't give free right to anybody. Everybody has his own test. Now, Rachel's test comes up, she doesn't have children. And she was jealous. Now, the Rashi says it's also to be jealous. But there is one point, jealousy is mutar. What's that? She says, if that's the case, it has to be because Leah is more tzaddikim. She's the more righteous lady. Maybe I should learn from her to do whatever that she's doing. Let me see, what could I do? Not chas v'shalom, it's a jealousy that you don't. Jealousy is you don't want the other person to have good things. She has a beautiful art. It's not enough for you to make a nice art. You want to destroy his art. You want to destroy his business. You want to destroy him. You can't see him. That's asur. Torah says in the 10 Commandments that the person will tachmor. But they're not suffering tarbechochim. One competition or zealousness or jealousy, called jealousy, but it's not jealousy. It's zealousness that comes about and you realize your power and you could make yourself better. That is something that is this lady, his wife, goes to the husband, tell him, I want from you, Bonnie. I want you to give me children. He wants from Yaakov, Havali Bani, give me children. Give me children. He wants to have children. Havali Bani. Now, Havali Bani, very good. Now, what do you think at this point? How could your poor husband give you children? Children is something that your husband brings. What type of expectation it is? Not only that, listen to Rachel, and you feel the ladies after 3,000 years changed. Nothing changed. If you don't, I'm going to die. Therefore, you better give me a child. If not, I'm going to die. Very interesting. First of all, from 3,000 years ago, every lady felt the husband is a Superman. He could do everything. He has a magical hand. He could do everything. And not only that, she threatens the husband. If you don't do that, I'm going to die. Life means nothing for me. That, again, that beloved Rachel, everything happened to her. And she was the star shining. Here, she's saying, Meta Anochi, I'm going to die. Life doesn't have any taste for me. Therefore, in life, we go through challenges. Or Imahot went through challenges. Therefore, what makes us different than Arimov, what makes the difference is not the challenges. Everybody has the challenges, to respond to them and how to go about it. Now, what does the husband do? What does Yaakov do? Again, listen to Yaakov. Yaakov got angry at Rachel. Very normal response of the husband. Yes, right. What? Two things. First of all, you thought I'm a Superman. I'm not. Then you are threatening me. Why are you threatening me? What should I do? What do you want me to do? Therefore, of course, he gets angry. But anger is also, a person should not get angry. Every day in Tefillah, we say, Ka'asmi. Ka'asmi means we got angry. We ate pig, we ate chazir. We have to do tshuva. Same thing. Every day we say in Anna, Sfaradim, they say Anna, Ka'asnu, means we got angry, means we have to do tshuva. How should we get angry? We're going to explain how should we. Told him, I'm not in the place of God. Hashem prevented you. And I cannot do that. It's not my hand. No, this is a dialogue between Rachel and Yaakov 3,000 years ago. Almost. Here, this dialogue got freezed and it's fresh voice. It's in Shamayim, fresh, part of our Torah. And it sounds the dialogue that a lot of husband and wife have together. Wife is asking something that sounds reasonable, sounds, and she's threatening the husband, and the husband gets angry. Very normal function that's happened. Now let's make a video to Shamayim. Let's see in Shamayim what's going to happen when there is a dialogue between Rachel and Yaakov. What happens in Shamayim? Now the Midrash tells us. The Midrash tells us HaKadosh Baruch Hu condemned Yaakov. HaKadosh Baruch Hu told Yaakov, what type of talk you have? This is the way you talk to a lady that she's suffering, a lady that is in pain, anguish, lady that has so much pain and anguish. You don't talk like that to her. No, you said Atachad Elokim Anochi. No, you say that Atachad Elokim Anochi. I'm in the place of God. You told them like that. I made it that her child would tell your children, when they come to Yosef the son of Rachel, and they tell him, please forgive us what we did to you. We sold you, we did this. Please forgive us and don't punish us. Yosef told them, I'm not saying that here. Therefore, now let's understand, why are we condemning Yaakov? What should Yaakov do? You want to be a good man. You want to be committed to Torah mitzvot. When your wife talks to you like that, what should you do? Of course we get angry. Because, first of all, she's asking something that's not reasonable. She's threatening you. What else? Here it comes. We have to become educated to understand the language of a lady. In other words, when Elkanah, his wife, Hannah, came to him and told him that, I don't have children, I'm childless, I'm crying. What did Elkanah say? Hello, Anochi Tovlach Na'asara Banim. I'm better than 10 children. What does that mean? That means to say, I relate to your pain. I understand there is a vacuum in you. And when you say, in I meta anochi, and I please give me children, you are not telling me I have to be Superman. You are saying the depth of your pain. I am painful. I want children. It's the way to express the feeling. It's not a demand. It's she's expressing her feeling. In I meta anochi, she's not threatening you, the husband. She's saying the intensity of the pain. Because when somebody wants to get empathy, let's say somebody lost $1 million. He comes and tells you, I lost $1,000. You can't give empathy to him because you have to see the intensity of the pain. Somebody, Rahman lost somebody, says that I lost $100,000. You cannot relate to his pain. You, in other words, in the be getting empathy, you have to relate intensity of the pain. Rachel is telling Yaakov, you have to understand my pain. Like Elkanah said to Hannah, I know you have a vacuum. But what could I do? I tried to fill it up. I tried to accompany. I tried to do whatever that I could that to take you out of the pain. Hello, Anochi Tovlach Ma'asara Bani. I'm going to fill up. I understand and relate the vacuum of Asara Bani. I promise you, I've been such a good husband, such a good person to relate to your pain that I fulfill that you shouldn't have pain. This is the way that Torah is telling us. Therefore, here, Torah is telling us a dialogue between Rachel and Yaakov to understand, to relate. That's why Mussar says, Ner brings Shalom Bayit. What does mean Ner Shabbat, candle of Shabbat brings Shalom Bayit? There wouldn't be obstacle that something would go wrong. And brings Shalom. That is a deeper meaning. Ner is the light of education. Once we have a light of education, we have education of understanding each other. Education brings light at home. Once we have the education of understanding the language of each other. Sometimes I say two Persians, two American, two English speakers, they get married together. And Chinese and Japanese, they get married together. Who understands each other better? I think Chinese and Japanese, they don't understand each other. They understand each other much better. Why am I saying that? Because at least they understand, they don't understand. They try to understand. The worst thing in life is if you feel you understand, but in reality, you didn't understand anything. That's the worst thing that could happen in personal relationship. Therefore, Torah here is teaching us we have to get the light of education. We have to understand the language. Once we understand the language, then we could relate in the best way and we could come up with the best relationship together.